Welcome back to my channel. My name's Rebecca, I'm 28 and I live in Newcastle, and you are reporting for Beauty G. So today I'm playing with a new brand. We are having a go with Kash Beauty. As you'll see by the title. Why am I saying that as a surprise? It'll be in the title of my video. Anyway, I digress as usual. So I have lashes, lips and eyeshadow for you today. Are you interested? Does that sound fun? Yeah? No? Yeah. So we have, and I've just slid that out the box, a lipstick and liner set. Oh my god. Get back in your box. That's what it looks like there. Really nice packaging on it. I'm not going to dwell on it too much because I do talk about it in the video. And I have one pair of the lashes on today, and then this little 3-pack. There's the packet for it. And the eyeshadow palette, which is the Crystal Nights. If you're interested, do keep on watching. Hello! So, brows on. They are slightly different, my brows. I've took most of the ends off so that I can open up out here, but I've filled them in on the ends this time because I wanted them to look that little bit more natural. So I have a selection of items from Kash Beauty. Ooh. So I have the Crystal Nights palette. I've touched it up a little bit. That's what it looks like in there. I have the Rust Nude, Secret Treasure Lip Kit in Rust Nude, matte lipstick and liner. So that's the two of them together. And I have a pack of lashes because you know me, I love me some lashes. Right, let's have a sip of my tea. Let's have a sip of my tea before I carry on. Right, so I am feeling a traditional brown smoky eye with a pop of blue or purple. So I'm going to bring you in a little bit closer and then we'll get right into it. Okay, so that's the closest I can sort of come. I don't even know how much closer that's shown as. So I'm actually really excited by this. So I really wanted to try a new influencer brand. And I haven't really tried anything that's like UK or Ireland based. So this is the brand of Kaylee MUA. And honestly, I love her looks. And I follow her on TikTok and Instagram. I don't know loads about her, but everything was super reasonably priced and seemed right up my street. So I'm really excited to give it a go. So I'm really feeling as I said, a brown smoky eye with a pop of one of these two. We'll see how we get on. My eyes primed, so I've got a wet base. As always, it's a Be Perfect primer. I actually bought these off the Be Perfect website and I found a random 20% off code, so yeah. Right, I'm going to go in first with the darkest brown, which is Enchant, which is that shade just there. It's a good size mirror in this, so I'm going to use the mirror in the palette. So I'm just taking this on a Morphe M507. And, oh, so that's a lovely deep brown, very rich in tone. And I'm really just going to pack that right into the crease. Get that right tucked in there. We're just, as I said, going to do a sort of standard smoky eye. My eyelids are definitely less dry, which is really good. Been using a lot less eye primer since my eyes have been dry, so I think that's helped as well. Even though the primer's wet, I don't really know how the science of that works, but it definitely works for me to do it like that. And then the same on this side as well. I'm actually super excited to be trying this. I feel like this is going to be a hit. You can just tell. And I know the palette is kind of basic, but if this works, if this is good quality and I love it, This could become a real favourite for me because, you know, I love purples, I love a pop of blue. As much as I love a colourful look, for every day, like warm tones with a pop of blue and purple is, I've got my ideal, and I've got my gold shades, you know. To be able to do brown smoky eye is totally my like day-to-day aesthetic, you know, if that makes any sense. But we're doing like a first night out once bars are open look. That's what we're going for. Make sure the pigmentation is even across both eyes. So I've done my nails for this and I feel like I'm really going to regret it. Because I'm feeling like the shimmers will go on so much better with my finger. We'll see how we get on. I did wash, I swear to God I washed my brushes this week. I just haven't, I've just used them. Alright, I've picked a clean brush out of the pot. This is Stained Not Dirty. This is a Zoeva 227 Luxe Soft Definer. So I'm just going to gently blend the edges out on this. I'm not going to do too much. So I was deciding between this and Vive, which is by Jamie Genevieve. And I have to say, I do love the look of Vive, and you know, there's more on offer in terms of there's highlighters and blushes, but it's expensive. It's a bit out of my range at the moment, and I wanted to try one of the two. I do want to try Vive. It is very much my vibe, but there's just something that I'm struggling to pull the trigger on. I think I'm waiting for something like this that has even just a little hint of colour. I need something. I cannot justify buying a fully neutral palette, you know? Just as I go, evening out the colour across both eyes if anywhere I have like not done it evenly. Okay, so I've just given that the softest and sort of rough blend out. And then the shade I'm going to go into next is Dusk, which is your sort of more mustardy mid-toned brown. And this is on a Morphe M139. So I've not picked a lot of this up on my brush, and I'm just going in quite gently. Ooh, that has got a lovely sort of mustardy undertone to it. I'm overlapping them quite a lot, so this isn't gonna like automatically pack an absolute punch, but I can sort of see it adding that sort of more yellow tone to it. I'm really glad that this is more of a yellow tone nude palette than it is like an orangey nude, because I really do not need anything else orangey nude in my collection at all. I love like mustardy nudes, like, yeah. So we've gone from subtle to dramatic quite quickly, which is good. I am lazy, as we all know, so the easier the better. I'm going to take one of my random BH brushes and start to buff out the edges a bit. Got a stray hair there. These blend out nice. You know what, this is going to be a short video, I think, which I'm not mad at. Oh yeah, I can totally see this becoming like a favourite of mine, that's for sure. I'm going to take my big fluffy floofster. I'm just going to really give this a fluffy blend. I have a scar up in here, just so you know, which would have originally been covered by brow. I've essentially given myself like a good at least ½ centimetre of more space up here, so yeah, that's why I've done that to my brows. I'm going to tap into Haze, which is the sort of lightest of the browns. I'm really going to gently tap into this and just buff with my fluffy brush. I'm literally doing the gentlest tap ever. And I'm going to go into Moonlight, which is the sort of buffing out shade. I know that not a lot of people, some people complain about having these cream shades in a palette, and actually I don't do single shadows, so I'm not going to go and whip out a single if a palette doesn't have this. I'll either have to whip out a whole palette or like make something work without it, and I would just prefer that the palette just has it in. You know, if that makes sense. I know it's not everybody's cup of tea, but it just makes my life significantly easier, I have to say. And I'm just going to go back into the darkest brown that I used first, which is called Enchant. Just really make sure that that is really deep up in there. So yeah, God, that was gross. Sorry. It's going to be a very Rebecca kind of shaped look, but I think when you do your go-to shape and go-to style for something, that's really how you can tell how it's going to perform. And I'm going to pack this right onto my lid now, because I think what I'm going to do is just lay the shadow, the shimmer over the top, lay some glitter glue over it, and then pop the shadow over the top. I've been going for 15 minutes and I'm super happy with how this looks already. Right, so am I going to do blue, purple? Got your blues, got your purple. I'll give you a swatch of the others. Oh, gee. Oh, that feels nice. Almost feels wet. So that's sapphire, amethyst, jade, and crystal. And there's another shimmer. Let's get it on my thumb. It's hard with these nails. And bronzite there on my thumb. Really like high shine metallics. I'll give you a little swatch. That was a terrible swatch, Rebecca. That is me, not the palette, trust me. And I'll do bronzite there. Wow, that was, Rebecca, that was just, no. You are rubbish at swatching, young lady. Rubbish. With my big fluffy brush, and then I'm just gonna, I've taken it a little bit further upwards than I'd have liked to. So I'm just gonna go right into the cream again, which is that shade there. I'm just gonna really buff that a bit. I've quite a lot of darkness on my inner corner naturally, so I'm just trying to brighten that up a little bit. Because my eyes are quite close together. Okay, enough is enough. Enough is enough. So I'm just going to pop some glitter glue down real quick. I'm not going to turn the camera off, but I probably will cut this out. Okay, so I've popped just a bit of glitter glue over what I did there. So it's still maintaining the colour, but I've given it a bit of grip. Right, so I'm going to use sapphire. I just really want to do a traditional blue, like smoky eye, like brown and blue smoky eye. So I'm going to try first to pick this up on a brush. Ooh, crumbly. Really crumbly, but we'll see. Oof, that is nice. Very crumbly shades. Are probably better if I'd wet my brush, but I like a bit of texture, so I don't mind that. Just pack that on. That is real pretty. Just a really deep blue. Got a nice bit of sparkle to it. Almost got a bit of a purple shift. I don't know, maybe I'm imagining it. What I will say, I find that this is missing, which doesn't bother me, but I know would bother some of my friends, is like an inner corner highlight. Like, I'm not that bothered, because if I'm doing a sultry eye, I'm not that bothered if I have an inner corner, a bright inner corner or not, you know? This is a very crumbly shade. Very crumbly, but it is what it is. So sticking a glitter glue down is definitely a shout. And probably doing, if you're going to use this shade, do like me and do your eyes first, or like make sure you've got the bake down so that you can wipe it away. I can tell Teresa's awake because I can just see you received a TikTok message and she's probably settling herself down in bed. Yeah, I've got a lot of fallout from that blue shade. Oh, I just love jewel tones like this. Could I do this with the palettes I have? Sure. Like, let's not pretend here. But I like to try new things. I'm going to take a little bit of it on my finger. I mean, that's not made a massive amount of difference, but I have a feeling my feelings were right and that would be better. Apply my finger, but what am I doing with these claws as well? So I'm just going to take the brush that I did the original lay down with Enchant, and I'm literally just going to blend. So I don't care if this gets up in the crease or anything like that. I literally, if anything, I like that just to smoke it out, because it's not a cut crease, it's not a halo eye, it's a smoky eye, which means no, to me a smoky eye means no harsh edges or anything like that. Just smoking it out. And I'm just going to tap into Enchant and into Dusk, which is these two, just that one in the middle one there, between the two of them, just to really get that smoke out. Just for reference, I've been filming for 26 minutes. So this is a super, super quick look. I mean, lightning speed look. And as I said, I like that, because you don't have to always be going for hours and hours on end to get a nice look, you know? A lot of fallout. Right, so there we have what we've got on so far. Just a lovely blue smoky eye. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to pop off, whack my base on, then we'll come back and have a little play with everything else that I've got. So I shall see you shortly. Came back with my base on. Right, let's do some under eye action. I had meant to put eyeliner on before I came back on. Oh well, we'll fix that. So let's do my under eyes first. I'm just going to really quickly do this. I'm just going to go right back into Enchant, which is the darkest of the shades that we used. And just running that right under the under eye. Really should have wiped that brush off because I have a chunk of blue on it. There's a crap ton of kickoff coming up on this under eye. I'm going to have to do a lot of dusting off. But that's fine. The pigmentation on it is sound. It doesn't really bother me. What would bother me is if something fluffed down my face and didn't give me any pigmentation at the same time. Like, that would just be like, no. I would not appreciate that at all. I'd be raging. So we're just really, we are going smoky. We are feeling smoky today. We are feeling sultry. Oh, so I'm trying to convince myself. Today we are sultry woman. And then I'm going to go into haze. I'm just going to leave that one and go into haze, which is the one at the top. I'm just going to buff out. I'm probably talking so loud, it is definitely past midnight and Andrew is in bed. Making sure that we are good. I'm trying real hard to do things nicely and properly, you know, like a real YouTuber. Even though I'm not a YouTuber, this is not my job. It is my favourite hobby. And then I'm just going to take a really flimsy, fluffy brush and go into Moonlight, which is this shade here. They're just the lightest. I'm really just going to buff that out. Make sure that we have a nice blend. Everything really comes together once you've got the under eye done and everything like that. Yeah, for me, as I said, I'm not that bothered about an inner corner highlighter because I'm really not, but I do miss something for my eyebrows. I don't want to use anything too dark up there. Yeah, that's way too dark. But drop it on the inner corner. Oh, I don't know. You know what? I'm going to go into Bronzite, which is that one there. And it's a lot less... Ooh, it's wet. It looks wet. So it's a lot less crumbly than Sapphire. And I'm just going to run that... right under my eye. I love a metallic under eye. That is like wet feeling. Taking a little bit of the darkness away, but I actually kind of like how it looks. And I'm just gonna buff again. Buff, buff, buff. And we're looking pretty good. Well, I think we're looking pretty good. What do you think? Yes, you agree? Thank you. Thank you so much. And yes, even I make myself cringe. So, I do have the eyelashes. And in all honesty, I had planned on trying to put the lashes on camera, but I know that I can't do it. I just know that it would be an absolute disaster. Oh, I love the look of all of these. They're all really like flizzy. So these are in the styles Elsie, Rich, and Daggers. Ooh. I think we're going in with Rich in the middle. I think we're going in with Rich. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to pop some brown eyeliner on, blah, 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 all that jazz. And then I'll come back and we'll do the lip and have a chat. Sound good? I shall see you shortly. Okay, so I've got the lashes on. I'll be honest, I had a slight battle, but I think it's potentially because these nails are a fucking joke. Right, let's go into the lip. So I have used my lip plumper. It's my favourite thing to do. So luxurious, I have to say. Like, magnetic closure. I'm happy with that. I love how they come in the box. I mean, I'm not going to keep the box, but I like the presentation of it. So this is in Rust Nude. So let me pick up the palette so I can see what I'm doing. So there we have it. And I'm just going to do my normal, how I normally would do my lips. I'm already in love. I've literally been searching for this kind of colour. Like a rusty, almost mustardy toned. I'm so happy right now. And I hold my lips like that because it makes it easier for me to do my slight overlining. I'm not that, don't do loads of overlining, but I do it just smidge. For the record, I have freckles on my lips, so in case you can see them. Okay, and then this is the colour here. Oh, I already like it. Yeah, I like that a lot. Nice smell. Like sort of the normal butterscotchy lipstick smell. I'm actually in love. That feels nice on the lips. No draggy. Just gonna do a bit more. I got a little bit overzealous with the lip. Oh, I love that colour so much. So much. Oh my word. Who are we in a classic blue smoky eye? Feeling very 90s with this lip and this hairstyle. What do you think? Quite like 90s. But we move. So let's have a little chitty chatty. I cannot wait to see what the brand comes out with next. Like, I want highlighters, I want blushes, I want bronzers, I want lashes with a slightly thinner band. Listen, I don't have an issue applying lashes. It's if I'm actually the queen of like glue, wait for it to dry, it's on my eye. I don't have to cut them, anything, because my eyes, I've got big eyes and very round eyes. So it's easy. Doing lashes for me is normally quite easy. This was difficult. I do have longer nails at the moment, so that could be why, you know, it is what it is, but they're on. Really enjoyed the eyeshadow palette. I can definitely see if I want to do something neutral with a pop, that this would come with me. I've tried out every single matte, no problem with them whatsoever. 2 shimmers, no issue. Yeah, the blue was slightly crumbly, but you know, it's a good quality blue. There's, you know, it doesn't really matter that it's crumbly. It worked, it did the job, it did exactly what I wanted it to. I would travel with this. The mirror on it's good. It's like sturdy, it's not bulky. Like the mirror is huge on this thing. Like they've not been snidey with the mirror. Love, as you know, I love this lip combination. I'm obsessed with this lip combination. I actually can't cope with this lip combination. I love it so much. Who am I? And the packaging was really nice on it. I might actually let's put this stuff back in. I need to do a thumbnail picture anyway. Let's put it back in nicely. Did I even show you the component properly? It says like Kash Beauty on it. Oh, just really like this. Really like the whole setup and vibe of this. Like it feels very indie brand, but like in the best sense of the word. It's best sense of the word, like high quality, but not mass produced, if that makes sense. I don't know how to, like, if that makes sense at all. I'm really excited to use the other lashes. These are very much my style. As I said, slightly too thick on the band for me to apply while I've got these nails. I probably need to get a lash applicator. That's probably next on my shopping list. But I'm happy. I'm happy. What do you think? My base will be, don't know which I'm putting up. If the base goes up first, I will leave it down below and tag, because I did a little base video trying out a little new product. So we shall see. Let me know what you think down below. If you tried anything out from the brand yourself. I know my friend Becky has tried a few of their lipsticks, and I have to say, I get the hype. I will definitely be purchasing more lipsticks. And I like the combo. It means I don't need to think about what liner to put with it. Like I've really gotten more into doing liners. Anyway, I'm completely off topic right now. Shut up, Rebecca. Don't forget to go follow me on Instagram. I am trying my best, and I say this all the time, to be a little bit more active over there. And I have like posted a few looks this week. Do go check me out. I'm nearly always on my friend Teresa's channel once a week doing releases and rants. I'll leave that linked down below for you. It's a really good laugh for us, and we always do interesting makeup themes. Also, welcome to my new subscribers, and thank you very much for sticking around for a couple of weeks now. I'm really, really happy with my progress. Keeping pushing towards my goal of 1,000 for this year. Thank you very much for the response I've had on my Q&A Get to Know Me Better video. Honestly, it's been like quite emotional reading people's comments, and I really appreciate people's support. There will be more videos rolling from that one, so keep an eye out on, you know, getting to know me a little bit better. Do ring that notification bell so you know the next time that I upload. Leave me a little comment down below, any content suggestions, anything that you really want to see from me. If I can oblige, I will oblige. Thank you very much for watching my video, and I'll see you next time. Bye!